Hi everyone, I would love to show you some tips and tricks when it comes to inpainting. So inpainting right now only works on transparent pixels. This means we can use a crop tool over here to extend the canvas and then inpaint those transparent pixels, like for example like this. We have a selection box right now that we need to use to inpaint. You can drag that over the transparent pixels. But the more of your image that is in this selection box, the more it will take that image into account. So if you want this piece to be really different from the original image, then you want it to keep it small and it will only take this part into account. If you want it to really fit the rest of the image, then it's best to keep as much of the original image that you can into your selection box. So what we can say, for example, is mountain, landscape. And now what I suggest you always do is to create a new layer. Because right now when you create the inpainting on this layer and you are not happy with it, you will need to start erasing. But when we create a new layer with the inpainting and we don't like it, we can just delete the whole layer. So let's generate this. And here's our inpainted layer. You can see the layer under it is still with the transparent pixels. So let's say we don't like this layer. We can just hit the delete button over here. Let's do that. And now we're back at our original. So you might have to switch between tabs to get the selection box back. But what we can do now is go into the advanced settings and change the seed to a different number. And then we can generate the same image again, but it will have a slightly different result. Alright, so we have here some more trees. Now one other thing that we can do with inpainting is when we hide this bottom layer, then we have our top layer, we can also create our own transparent pixels without extending the canvas. So we can use an eraser, for example, and maybe just delete this train cabin. And we can go back to inpainting and say, for example, we want here to be a spaceship, or maybe better even like a crashed spaceship. Let's generate that. And there we go, it's a very special spaceship. But it's there, and as you can see, it's on a new layer, so we could always delete the old layers and start working with this inpainted layer. So yeah, those are the most important things you need to know about inpainting.